Okay, welcome to your pattern tutorial for the pattern YUL GOK. This is the pattern performed by the blue stripe holder going for their blue belt at their next grading. Okay, so this pattern starts back in parallel ready stance. So toes in, 준비, in parallel ready stance, and you slide out to the left in a semicircle motion whilst raising your left hand horizontally into position. This has changed many times, but this is how we perform it, okay? So from here, you would take the weight, okay, raising your right hand and putting your left hand on top. Step out in a semicircle motion, raising your hand horizontally into position, and then show me a fast double punch. So punch one, punch two, fast motion. Then step back to the center, take the weight with the other foot and put your right hand on top of your left elbow, gliding out in a semicircle with your right foot, and stretching your hand out in a horizontal motion, okay, and then double punch. Okay, so back to the beginning. So again, that first section is done quite slow in both ways, 3 to 4 seconds. It depends on your body shape and type to how quickly you move. So from here again, you would raise your right hand, putting your left on top as you take the weight, straighten, and then glide out. 1, 2, 3, then fast. Then step together, take the weight, put your right hand on top of your left elbow, straighten and glide out. 1, 2, 3. And fast motion. Bring your foot in, halfway in front of the other foot. From underneath, straighten and step out to a walking stance just off center and middle block. So you're not going completely to the corner and you're not going to the front, it's just off section with the middle block. Okay, you're going to show me a low snap kick and straighten your hand out as you do so. So low snap kick, straighten your hand out, and then it's a fast double punch. So you're going to punch when you land and then lift your heel up and punch. Okay, pull your left leg straight back in again, halfway in front of the other foot and get ready. Straighten with a backward movement and middle block just off center the opposite direction. You're going to repeat the lower section snap kick and straighten your hand out when you kick, and then punch fast, lifting your heel off the floor with the second punch. Pull back a little bit and get ready, and show me a middle section palm hooking block to the front. Okay, then you're going to bend your knee, pull your hand back from on top, lean forwards and show me a middle section hooking block, and then rock back and punch. Okay, so the first movement there, again you should know this from your line work, your first movement is on its own, the second movement is a connecting movement because you're using the hooking block to set up the punch, so it's a connecting motion, okay, and it's also in a continuous breath, so you do both moves in one sine wave, so it's one breath, okay, but you blow out twice. So the first move is all in one breath, second move, okay, and then repeat. So walking forwards from on top, midsection hooking block, bend your knee, connecting motion, straighten hooking block, and rock back and punch. Okay, then walk forwards and punch again, because you like to add a sneaky punch in there. I'm just adjusting my feet so I stay on camera. Okay, continuing to come forwards, hover slightly in front and hold your eggs. Just like YUL, show me a bending ready stance where your hands and feet arrive together for balance. Cross your hands and show me a side fist strike and a side kick. Chamber, land in walking stance and point where you're going. And from your belt, show us a front elbow strike to the front. Okay, we're going to repeat this to the back. So we're going to do a half step turn. So you're going to step your front foot into the central line, hold your eggs and hover your foot and guard. Show me a side kick and side fist strike again to the back. Chamber, point your hand from your belt, front elbow strike. Okay, we're going to move to the left. So we're going to step into L stance, but try and do it a little bit neater by bringing your foot in and out. So bring your foot in, cross your hands, right hand on top, straighten and drop into a knife and twin block. You're going to walk forwards from there into walking stance with a straight fingertip thrust. So you're going to block left and touch your belt and thrust right. From here, you're going to show me a big move. So you're going to step back to the center, with the bent leg and this foot hovering halfway in front. Cross your hands with your left hand on top, straighten and drop to a knife hand twin block. Again, you're going to walk forwards into walking stance and a straight fingertip thrust, so your right hand's going to block, okay? So walking forwards, right hand blocks, left hand touches your belt, and straight fingertip thrust. Okay, your next section's to the back, so you're going to look to the back as you pull back halfway in front of the other foot. Look at your watch and from on top. Straighten with the backward movement, high outward block to the back. Bend your knee, lean forward slightly, middle section punch. Okay, then you're going to repeat that again. So coming forwards, take the weight, straighten with the backward movement, high outward block, bend your knee, straighten, and punch. Okay. From there, you're going to jump your back leg forwards to your start position into X stance, and from underneath, show me a back fist side strike. From there, you're going to lift up onto your toes so that your left ankle comes over your right toes as you straighten up. And then step your right foot out, high section dumaki. Step together, right foot in, take the weight, hold your eggs, step your left leg out, high section dumaki. Okay, so now my left leg stepped out, so my left leg steps back to barrel ready stance. Okay, right, so that was your pattern tutorial for YUL GOK. There might have been something I forgot to mention in there. So with your high outward section, it's fast motion. So a high, lift your heel up and punch, and then high outward block, lift your heel and punch. Okay, but that concludes your pattern tutorial for YUL GOK.